Absolutely, and that includes Ward 13, better known as Dundas. And Lisa Hecker's live in Dundas tonight with that story. Good evening, Lisa.
Good evening. Yeah, that's right. Russ Powers represented this ward for more than 30 years, although not always at the municipal level. And he told me today he's now 65 and he just doesn't have the same energy he used to. So he's stepping aside, and 9 people have indicated they're interested in his job. Russ Powers is canvassing again in Ward 13, but this time not for himself. He hopes to pass the torch to his former assistant, Arlene Vanderbeek.
Arlene is a very capable individual. She has past municipal political experience.
Vanderbeek hears more about the proposed LRT than any other issue.
People are concerned that something is going to be put in place that we're going to have to pay for in big dollars for a long time.
Dundas residents already feel overtaxed. Businessman Rick Court thinks his negotiation skills would be useful on council.
People understand that our taxes are going to Hamilton, and they're not necessarily coming back to Dundas. We want to see value for our money.
People say services started deteriorating after Dundas amalgamated with Hamilton.
When they pick up the garbage, they're late, and the recycling, they just throw the boxes and all that stuff. They have no consideration.
Prime example is Governor's Road. It's a big it's a thoroughfare through Dundas, but it is falling apart. Like literally, the potholes are just like they can eat tires and bend rims and things.
Engineer Mark Risdale follows the no election signs tradition in Dundas, but he's one of the few. Interior designer Toby Yell's signs are noticeably prolific. Yell has already started solving some complaints she hears. One man had problems with an ad on a bench.
Morning sun was hitting that plastic cover and bouncing into his living room. He was blinded by this thing, and in the nighttime, it was the street light hitting it and bouncing back at him.
He couldn't get help from City Hall, but Yell called the realtor on the ad, and now the bench will be flipped the other way.
So in 24 hours, he's like, wow, things are happening. And that is, so I think we kind of forget about customer service.
One of the biggest issues in Dundas is keeping the small town feel, keeping the buildings low. There's a lot of controversy, for example, over the 9-story building proposed for the lot right across from Town Hall. It's a big concern for antique market owner Danya Shime.
Dundas is a very small, quaint, historical town. Some of the height restrictions that are fine in the core have no right being in Dundas.
Kevin Norton is the youngest contender, but he feels ready.
But I find that a lot of the skills that make a great teacher also make a really good politician.
So there are 9 contenders in this race. 2 of them did not respond to my invitation for an interview. One of them has absolutely no listed contact information whatsoever. Back to you.
Don't know how that campaign's going to go. All right, well, let's talk sports, because Ken Welsh joins us now.
And Ken, some exciting news for people down in the Niagara region, because, of course, the Meridian Centre is about to unveil the curtain and open up for the Ice Dogs, right?
And we've had some